I think the first and foremost, he's an extremely competitive person who's a good leader. And guys kind of rally around him. He has a strong arm. Obviously, that's shown up in games. He has a strong and accurate arm. The thing I don't think that people know is he's a really good athlete, and people don't necessarily want to give him credit for that, but I mean, he's a tremendous athlete. And so he can do all the things we ask, and he also plays with a good football IQ. And so, I'm just excited to watch his development, not only this summer, but into, camp next year.
How about Will? Can you describe his skills?
Obviously, he's a little bit bigger. He has an extremely strong arm. Extremely strong arm. I mean, he can throw it to any place on the field. He also is probably an underrated athlete. He's a better athlete than people give him credit for. He's incredibly intelligent. He's picked up the offense well. He's also very competitive. So, I mean, they're very similar in a lot of different ways, and so just having them in a room, they're also, they're good friends, and they work well together, which is, something that's kind of been trademark of that position here for a while, and so I'm excited about this year.
How will your offense be different with Sean running it as opposed to Tony?
No, our offense has a lot to do with not only the quarterback, but the other guys on the field too. So, I mean, I think that the steps that our wide receivers are going to make this year, that I've already seen them make this spring, I think changes our offense a little bit. I think the fact that we've got, a bunch of backs that can make plays, and they have great speed, I think that changes our offense a little bit because we're able to, spread it around a little bit. I think the fact that we have, a bunch of tight ends that I'm very comfortable with, and guys that are extremely talented, and our ability to put multiple guys on the field at the same time at that position changes a little bit. So I think that not only the quarterback, I think everyone always wants to focus on that, but I think the whole offense in general it changes personality season to season, sometimes game to game, depending on who's playing well and who's available.
And what did you see from the true freshmen in the spring that encouraged you that they could compete for the job?
Yeah, it's hard sometimes because things are moving about 740 miles an hour for them, and they're trying to, take all the information in through a fire hose, and then they've also, the people they're playing against are better. So it's more information generally, and then the people are better. That can be tough. But I think at the end of spring, I was able to see some things where they could make throws athletically. They could do it. They were starting to do the little things in terms of protections and things that can show that they can do it. So, I was excited about where they were, at the end of spring.
Steven Gonzalez isn't really from an offensive lineman standpoint, the rah-rah guy. But how important was it when he decided to come back, given what you guys did lose on the offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, obviously his experience, he's been playing for a long time, a lot of games. So I think that his experience is critical, and that was huge for us. I also think that, the depth at the offensive line is critical. You got to have as many guys you can have. You're very rarely going to go through a whole season where it's just the 5 guys that you had planned out from the beginning. So, him being able to be there, be an older guy, kind of show guys what to expect. Hey, guys, being able to just rally him his own way and have leadership, that's huge for us.
You guys have had a number of really strong running backs over the years as well. What does Ricky Slade bring to the table? How does he fit in that picture?
Obviously, Ricky showed during his freshman year that he's got a nose for the end zone. He didn't have a whole lot of carries, but I think he had 6 touchdowns, so he's shown that he can find the end zone. He's thicker than people probably expect. He can take on a blitzer and break tackles and things like that. He's also got great ball skills to be able to throw him the ball and do some things, be able to even split him out as a wide out and things like that. And then he's just got great instincts when he has the ball, and so I'm excited what he brings to the table on all those sort of things.
What's the development that you can measure in Journey Brown now that this is his 3rd year in the program?
I think that the main thing,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the main thing that he did is his just ability to play fast and use his God-given speed, right? He's one of the fastest, if not the fastest guy on our team. So his ability all the time has got to be, okay, how fast can I play? Use my, all the knowledge I've gained over these years to be able to, just let it loose, and because when he gets in the open field, he's going to be hard to catch. And so, we've got to be able to, harness that speed and make sure that, all the time he's able to play just, as fast as he can all the time. And so the progression he made this spring was huge. I mean, picking up blitzes, seeing the reads the way he was supposed to hitting things downhill, understanding when a 4-yard run's a great run, things like that. I thought he made some major improvement under Coach Simon this spring.
Ricky, what can you tell us about Sean Clifford, just in general terms, that maybe we don't know because we haven't seen that much of him?
Yeah, I would say that he's a very competitive person. I think people see that and things. I just say how much time he puts in. He's always watching tape. He's bringing other guys in to watch tape. Organizing throwing sessions, things like that. He's a guy who's gonna put in a ton of time. And he works extremely hard. Both on the field, in the classroom, in our meeting rooms, but also in the classroom, on campus. So, he's a guy who he wants to excel in everything that he does. Extremely confident in his abilities, which is a good thing for a quarterback. You want a guy back there who's pretty certain that he can make any throw that he needs to make, and he certainly is that way.
How's he dealing with handling that leadership kind of mantle? Because that's a lot. He's only a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah.
Kind of be thrown on his shoulders with Tommy leaving.
Well, I think he's seen it. He was a captain at his high school when he was a young kid, and he played a bunch at his high school, which is that's usually a senior-laden team, and he was able to have some leadership before that. So I think he's had some experience doing that before, and also being able to watch Trace was extremely beneficial for him. That's a great leader, and he's never going to try to imitate Trace, but he's certainly going to take some of the things that he learned from him and be able to apply them.